Hello, my name is Aaron Curtis. I work for RH Foster as the new media specialist, and I'm joined today with John from the Maine Seacoast Mission. And today we're talking about some of their operations and their offerings to the Down East communities of Maine and some of their more unique offerings. So do you mind telling me a little bit about what you guys do with this community organization and charity? What programs and offerings you might have, or what your overall mission is?
Sure. So Maine Seacoast Mission has been around since 1905, and the origin was that two congregational ministers who happened to be brothers lived in Bar Harbor, and they saw communities on the islands and coast of Maine who needed a measure of support that they weren't currently getting, especially the lighthouse keepers and their families. And so they set off in their 15-foot sailboat, the Hope, and went out to support those communities. And here we are 120 years and 7 boats later, and we're still supporting some of the most isolated coastal and island communities in Maine.
Right. So what kind of services do you bring to the islands?
So on the islands and down east, we focus on healthcare, community building, and education primarily. Mm-hmm. But really the work is really about fostering belonging and encouraging belief in something bigger. Right. And doing it all from a position of dignity and really respecting the people that we work with and working with them where they are.
Right. And how many islands do you service about? Can you give me an estimated number? Yeah.
So there are 15 unbridged islands on the coast of Maine that support year-round communities.
Okay.
We support all of them to a degree, to differing degrees.
Right.
Obviously, the larger, more populated islands that are, let's say, closer to Portland may need less support from us. Some of the smaller island communities receive more attention and more support, and frankly, more visits from our vessel, the Sunbeam.
Okay, yeah.
Sunbeam is a 74-foot ice-breaking, steel-hulled floating community center is kind of how we talk about it.
Right, I think I saw on your page that it also, when it goes to an island, it kind of serves as like a warming space or community gathering space. For them.
It's for many of them, it's their coffee shop that comes in, every couple weeks or once a week or something where they can gather, get a cookie, a cup of coffee, a meal, spend time with their neighbors, spend time with our crew, get their needs met. We have a health clinic on board that includes telehealth. We have a nurse practitioner who's a full-time member of the crew. Yeah. We have a community outreach specialist who is also a trained counselor and dance therapist.
Oh, wow.
Who works a lot with the kids in the schools and in kind of their phys ed classes, and works with them on a lot of movement, supports teachers. And,
that's really cool. So you said that you service islands in Portland as well?
Yes, Casco Bay.
Okay.
To a lesser degree.
Right, but that's still a widespread of service area that you have.
It is, and that illustrates the point that not all our work on the islands is done through the vehicle of the Sunbeam. The Sunbeam actually gets down to Casco Bay, infrequently, sometimes once a year. But we have other programs like an elder care network support that goes year round, and they meet virtually, they meet by Zoom, but our crew very often travels independently of the boat through water taxi, mail boats, airplane to get out to islands to do what they can. Our biggest program down east is the EDGE after school program. So after school summer camps, and then we have now we have a high school version of the EDGE program we call Journey.
Okay.
So that's in 9 schools down east. 7 schools have after school, That's a couple hours every day. Most of them are 4 days a week, and that ranges from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Okay.
So we serve hundreds and hundreds of students and their families every year through that EDGE program.
Right. What kind of programs do you do with the EDGE program? Like what activities or?
Yeah. So, it's after school, and at the most basic level, it's safe, affordable, free childcare for the kids, which is an incredible benefit for families.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get some healthy snacks along the way.
I love a
and
snack.
then we have, right? Everybody loves a good snack. And then we have like STEM programs. So, they'll do robotics workshops or art, cooking. We help them with their homework, tutoring. And then, really maybe the biggest benefit is just the mentoring that those students get, that extra time with, a helpful and caring adult.
Yeah. How would students take advantage of this program? You said it was free.
Yep.
So where would they look to, do they have to enroll or they just show up or?
Yeah, they show up. We're through the enrollment period now. I mean, students can enroll at any time, but early in the school year, we have a sign-up period, and students and their parents sign up and participate. Many of them have been doing it for years. It's really become a generational program. We have EDGE parents who were also EDGE students.
Oh, wow.
Which is really lovely that they entrust us with their children. It really speaks to the quality of the program.
Yeah, that's really exciting. So obviously we're here today because your charity is part of receiving a part of the funds from the Giving Pump campaign. So what does this mean to your charity, and how do you look to use those funds to continue your support to communities in this area?
Sure. Frankly, we couldn't operate without it. We rely on very heavily on what we call our annual fund. It's, every year we start basically with a financial hole that we have to fill and that we work really hard to fill throughout the year. We have a very ambitious set of programs, and they have to be funded. And so through this kind of program, through grants, through private donations, this makes up a little more than half of our operating costs for the year. So we quite literally couldn't do it without this kind of support.
Yeah.
I just want to say how grateful we are to RH Foster and the Giving Pump program. I can tell you yesterday I was filling up my tank, as I do always at a RH Foster in Ellsworth, and I saw the Giving Pump brand, and I saw our name right on the Giving Pump. So it was a timely reminder to me for what a difference you all are making in community.
Well, we love to have the opportunity to give back to organizations like this, because it's your organizations that do the fundamental support for Maine communities everywhere. So being able to just give back and not have to think about anything else, and just know that we're supporting a good cause is really important to us. So if you want to learn more about the Maine Seacoast Mission, you can visit their website at seacoastmission.org, and you can learn about their offerings and services, and find out ways that you can also support them after the Giving Pump ends October 31st. Thank you for taking the time to talk, John.
Thanks, Aaron. It was fun, and thank you.